Welcome to Yogaxpress, your virtual stretch clinic that helps you move the body to still the mind. My name is Banu Suresh. I'm your host for this program. And this here is our little yoga addict, Sarah Torres. Sarah is an up-and-coming author, and many of our viewers have met Sarah before, several times before, and you know all the latest that she's been up to. But you know what? It's not easy to keep up with her. So I need to find out from her what else she's been up to. Sarah, what else has been happening between the last time we saw you and today?
Well, yesterday I attended the producers orientation
At the studios, Manhattan Neighborhood Network.
So I can go to the workshop to become a producer here at the
Wonderful.
studio.
So you're going to be one of us.
Yes, so
well
I'm going to
done.
be one of you.
Well done.
I'm excited.
Welcome.
So while I was here, I started to formulate more the approach and more like the concept of the show that I will be providing the network with. And I was so eager. I went home and I started writing.
You write scripts, right?
Yeah, so I got like a good 10 episodes because I almost never sleep.
Fabulous. Oh, no, you need your sleep.
Yeah,
though.
I need it. I should be getting it, but it doesn't come to me easy.
Right. But when the inspiration strikes, you want to keep
so
going.
I had to keep at it, and
It's exciting. Tell me, because it sounds like you're planning something really different for Manhattan Neighborhood Network. Do you want to give us some idea, just a peek?
A hint. So I've been considering this since like the fall.
Right.
I've considering the workshop and was thinking about what kind of show I would bring to the network. And I took a lot of time to review what's here now, and there are a lot of talk shows, there are a lot of,
That's
creative
amazing
shows.
talent that the other producers also bring in. But
I wanted to do something more fiction or more that feeds the creative aspect of it.
Let people's imagination fly.
Exactly. Good. So it'll be more of a scripted type show. The sets will look more house-like or school-like settings.
You do know you have to carry your own furniture in here.
Yes,
right?
yes. I learned there's a lift and a ramp. So once they said that, I was like, it's a wrap. They just gave me the ball with it, and I'm just going to run with it.
Sounds exciting. Every few days, Sarah and I take you, our viewers, through 3 little blocks of stretching, 3 days in a row. So the first day out of every 3-day block, we would take you through a reintroduction to all the latest that Sarah's up to, but also the sun salutation. Before we do the sun salutation, we want you to practice some breathing. And in the second day, tomorrow's episode, we'll try and take you through the full sequence. This time we're going to try and make it within the 24 minutes that I've been promising, and we've been trying. And the third block, we'll do it, because we'll be so charged, right, from the previous day.
Do everything.
That's right.
Great.
And the third day in our block of 3 days, we're going to see if we can slow you down and include some of the Yoga Nidra methods. Yoga Nidra is yogic sleep. Seeing that Sarah cannot get enough sleep, it will help people like Sarah who like to keep up late at night or in the day, depending on what kind of job you have. It'll help you get some rest. It's mindful sleep where the body is resting, but the mind is still awake.
It's called Yoga Nidra?
Yoga Nidra. Nidra means sleep. So it's yogic sleep. Yogic sleep is basically where you do a biofeedback on your body. I'm going to give you only a peep as well. I'm going to keep it a secret till 2 days from now. But it's amazing. It's similar to what you would call a counting of sheep. Except that we don't just count 1, 2, 3. We actually take your mind through the different regions of the body, starting with the toes. And then you work your way all the way up to the brain, because the brain is where you need to shut down.
Right.
So by the time you come to the brain, the whole body, in fact, when you're up to your shoulders, when you're taking your breath, your mind's eye through the different regions, when you're up to your shoulders, you can feel the whole body sinking, but your mind is still alert because the brain is still awake.
Right.
Even when you come to your brain, the brain is still going to be alert, but the brain is going to be rested. So when you come out of what's called a yoga nidra, about 10-minute yogic sleep, you're feeling recharged, and you probably will start writing another couple of scripts. So today, let's see if this is so pretty. Thank you. You wore this in one of our episodes,
I wore one
right?
similar to it. I have a gray one.
I don't see myself wearing that yet. I think there's an age for it.
Really? I don't know.
No,
I had a
actually, maybe
teacher
not.
who used to have
Is it right?
something similar. I used to think it was on the back of her. She wore glasses, so I thought it was on the back of
something
her,
attached.
her stem. And then she was like, no, it was just a little thing she kept in
That
her
just
hair.
clips on.
always.
I think I might try it tomorrow. Before I forget my manners, I'd like to thank George Sodrelis and Carol Lewis, our directors, in the control room, who are also responsible for all these shots right here in the studio. So they've been doubling up on all the duties today. We're a little short of crew today, but I think they're doing an amazing job by themselves. Thank you, Carol and George. And Deshan Pretlow, our facilitators, responsible for all the studio lights and the spaceship effect in the center. How's that? Looks good, right?
I like it.
Looks very
I took
nice.
a picture of it.
You did? For those of you who come and stretch with us in the studios, if you do come and stretch, I give you a copy of my third title, Yoga Secrets, which has 2 + 8 ailment-specific cards, which just means that you can isolate different regions of the body and do about 10-minute workouts. To go with the name Yogaxpress, you can do a quick recharge of your muscle groups. Now, what we're going to do today, Sarah, is maybe just work our way through the sun salutation, for which I don't really need the postcard, but we're just going to keep it just in case.
I hope we make it to the supine. Are these the supine?
Yes, those are the supine postures. That's
I'm
another
learning.
thing. Let's stand up. That's another thing, Sarah. I'm glad you mentioned that. Our postures, in fact, we work with this postcard as soon as the cameras get us up. Hi there. As soon as the cameras move up, or maybe you take a different shot. Now, maybe we should sit down till our crew, because we are short of crew today. So as soon as we get the cameras going up, we're going to stand up and take our viewers through 48 postures, which actually start with standing. Carol, is it okay to stand up? We're going to stand up now? All right. Because it doesn't make sense for us to stand unless the cameras are going to show our head. So, all right. Let's see if we can cooperate with them.
Well, maybe
Carol,
we'll be
are you there?
there.
Now, I don't understand, because our heads are all cut off okay, much better, thank you. Okay, all right. I think sometimes our camera drops a little bit, so our crew is being very careful not to let that happen. So occasionally, if you see our heads cut off, we're still there. We have a head when we have a body, so we're fine. Now, here's what, Sarah, I know I did promise the breathing, but you know what? We can do the sun salutation first today.
Okay.
And we will actually combine the breathing with the yoga nidra 2 days from now when we do that combination. Because
okay.
that way we can combine some breathing
In
along
with
with
the
the,
practice.
because today we'll just do posture practice since we're running out of time now. Heels are together, toes apart, palms in front of your chest. Inhale, take your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold from the hip. Place your palms 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. Take the left leg back and then the right. Exhale, press your heels all the way down. Inhale, bring the left foot between the hands. Place your right knee on the floor. Uncurl your toes in the right foot. Let's ease off. Left knee is up. Inhale, the right arm up. Exhale, dip your right elbow over the left knee. Place your left palm on top of the right. Look up at the raised elbow and hold. And to quote you, Sarah, it's always, not to quote you, but to remind our viewers about what you said the other day when you went for some classes. They said hold. You were holding your breath. When we say hold in the studios, it's actually hold your posture, never your breath. You never hold your breath in yoga practice. Actually, for that matter, in any kind of physical practice. Inhale. Let's come out of that. Both palms.
Swimming.
Already?
No, I'm saying swimming, you have to
Swimming.
hold your breath.
Oh, yeah, that's right. But how long do you hold it? Only when you go underground, right?
Like, well, if you're doing underwater swimming,
Okay, that's
you
right.
might have to hold it a little bit longer.
That's why I don't want to go swimming, but you know what? I know it's good. Curl your toes in the right foot. Take your left foot to meet the right. Knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Exhale and dip. Inhale, glide out into cobra. And once you're in this position, do what Sarah's doing. Engage your low back. Take your palms off of the floor. Palms back on the floor. Curl your toes in. Forehead to the ground. Inhale. Lift your buttocks all the way up. Inhale. Bring the right foot between the hands and then the left. Place both palms together. Inhale. Come up with a straight back. Exhale and release. Now, we're ready for the second round, the other side of the first round. Now, literally, this time we're going to see if we can work a little faster to show you that it can actually be done in less than 60 seconds. Palms in front of your chest, elbows are raised, and let me see if I can time myself. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, fold from the hip. Palm 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. Take the right leg back this time, and then the left. Exhale, dip your heels down. Dip your head between your biceps, keep exhaling. Inhale, bring the right foot between the hands. Left knee is on the floor, uncurl your toes in the left foot and ease off. Right knee is up. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, dip your left elbow over the right. Place your right palm on top of the left. Look up at the raised elbow and hold. Inhale, let's come out of that. Both palms beside the right foot, curl your toes in the left, lift your left knee, take your right to meet the left. Knees, chest and chin to the floor. Exhale and dip. Inhale, glide out into cobra. Press with the tops of your feet, engage your low back. Lift your palms. Palms back, forehead to the ground, curl your toes in. Inhale, lift your buttocks all the way up. Inhale, left foot between the hands and then the right. Place both palms together. Inhale, come up. Exhale and release. I think we actually did do it in 60, maybe 90 seconds. But it's become a habit for us to hold it for a little longer in the studios. Between 60 to 90 at home, you can literally do it in 60 seconds because you don't have to call out the instructions. You would know. In fact, I noticed when I was calling out the instructions, there were some points where you already remembered and your leg was already going back. So when we do it every day, it becomes a habit. It becomes automatic, like a dance motion. We're going to do 2 more rounds of sun salutation. Inhale, take your arms up. Hasta Uttana, arms raised. Exhale, fold from the hip. Pada Hasta, hands to feet. Both palms in front of your feet. Take the left leg back and then the right. Adho Mukha Svanasana. One of these days, Sarah, I'm going to have you call out all the names. Downward facing dog.
What?
Even if you give the English names, that's fine.
Oh, okay. It's like, don't mess up my language.
Inhale, bring the left foot between the hands. Place the right knee on the floor. Uncurl your toes on the right foot. If I let you panic too much about saying the Sanskrit names, you may stop coming. So
I want to learn. I was actually looking at some of them, trying to repeat.
Right. Oh, I'll help you.
Hasta pasta.
Exhale. Pada hasta. Exhale and dip. That's why we explain. Inhale the right arm up. Exhale. Dip your right elbow over your left knee. Place the left palm on top of the right. Look up at the raised elbow and hold. And while we are holding, I want our viewers as well as Sarah to know that's why we keep repeating the names in Sanskrit as well. Once you know the meaning of the different words, Sarah, you automatically know what the posture is called when you get into it. Or when I call it out, you'll know what it means. For instance, pada, linked to the Latin root, ped, feet, right? Mm-hmm. Hasta is for hands. So pada hasta, hands to feet. So that's how you link it up. But you don't have to remember the Sanskrit names. It's just
cool to know.
It's just cool to know. Inhale, that's right. Both palms beside the right foot. Curl your toes in beside the left foot. Curl your toes in the right. Lift your right knee off. Take the left. to meet the right. Knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Exhale. and dip. Inhale, glide out into cobra. Press with your palms and press with the tops of your feet. Take your palms off of the floor. Palms back on the floor, forehead to the ground, curl your toes in. Inhale, lift your buttocks all the way up. Inhale, bring the right foot between the hands and then the left. Both palms against each other. Inhale, come up with a straight back. Exhale and release. We need to do the other side in round 2. And then we'll do the round 3. We'll try and hold it a little longer. In round 2, we're just giving you a little bit of some of the names. Round 3, we'll explain to you what muscles are being worked. We'll explain the names of each posture. We'll explain the meanings of each of those postures. Now for the other side on round 2, press your palms in, elbows raised. When your elbows are raised, you learn to stay in the moment. Inhale, take your arms up. Exhale, fold from the hip. 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet. Take the right leg back and then the left. Exhale and dip. Inhale, bring the left foot between the hands. Place the right knee on the floor, uncurl your toes on the right foot, and let's ease off. Left knee is up. Did we do this side? Yes, we probably did turn because I can feel the stretch already.
Yeah.
That's all right. Correction easily made. Take the left foot back, bring the right foot forward. See, your body, your body tells you that this side is already feeling stretched, so you need the stretch on the other side.
I would be what?
That's right. Well, you know what? We would probably still do it as we call out the instructions because we feel we want to complete the posture, but the body will say it's not balanced. And if it ever happens to us at home, all you do is when you do the 3rd round, you do 2 on the other side.
Oh, okay.
So you want to make sure that the total balance is there within your one practice period. Yes,
Right.
mistakes happen, but none of the mistakes are so impossible that you cannot correct them. Exhale and dip. Right knee is up. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, dip your left elbow over the right knee. Place your right palm on top of the left. Look up at the raised elbow and hold. Inhale. Let's come out of that. Both palms beside the right foot. Curl your toes in the left. Lift your left knee. Take the right to meet the left. Knees, chest, and chin to the floor. Inhale. Glide out into cobra. And then when you're ready, take your palms off. Palms back, forehead to the ground, curl your toes in. Inhale, lift your buttocks all the way up. Right foot and then the left between the hands. Palms together. Inhale, come up with a straight back. Exhale and release. Before we do round 3, I'd like to point out very nice breathing, Sarah. When you're breathing at home, you want to use what's called the Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi literally means victorious, and it's a kind of a deep inhale and exhale through the back of the throat. Even though the air moves in through the nose, you're forcing it in the back of the throat. So let's try that one time before we do round 3. Palms in front just keep us alert. So we're going to hold that, and let's try that. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through the back of your throat and fill your lungs with air. Exhale. So that's the sound you want to hear for yourself. Now, as I'm giving the instructions, sometimes it's a little hard for me to inhale loud enough for you to hear it, but you will hear Sarah's breath. So you know that we are trying to keep up with the postures and the breathing are trying to keep up with each other. So you want to hold your postures at least as long as your breath is there. Round 3, are we ready, Sarah?
I'm so ready. I'm alert.
Yes, Namaskarasan. This is Namaskar or prayer. Elbows are raised to help you stay in the moment. Heels together, toes apart. Inhale. Raise your arms all the way up. Holding times will be a little longer. Wiggle your biceps behind your ears. Hasta Uttana. Hasta is hands, Uttana is raised. Tighten your gluteals. Gluteals are your buttock muscles. So when we hold this position right here, our shoulders are going back, triceps are getting a beautiful stretch, and we're engaging our gluteals, which are the buttock muscles and the low back muscle. We're strengthening those. And since the heels are together, you don't feel any tension in your low back. Now, if your heels are apart, you may feel it's a little more challenging trying to hold this or even fold all the way back. So when your heels are together, that's a natural position. Exhale, fold from the hip with a nice straight back, Pada Hasta, hands to feet. Hasta is hands, Pada is feet. Place your palms 6 to 8 inches in front of your feet and then take your left leg back and then the right. So from Pada Hasta, we are down in Adho Mukha Svanasana. I'll come to that in just a moment. Pada Hasta, hands to feet, you get a wonderful lumbar stretch, the whole spine and the back of the legs, the sciatic nerves, the sciatic nerves that run from the base of the spine all the way down the back of both the legs get a beautiful stretch. Your spine gets a wonderful release, the spinal extensors in the back of the body. Keep exhaling. Adho Mukha Svanasana is downward facing dog. Adho is down, Mukha is face, and Shvana is dog. Asana, of course, means posture. Keep exhaling. Press your heels all the way down. In this particular posture, as we dip our head between our biceps, in this particular posture, you should feel a wonderful stretch in your hamstrings, the back of the calves. Actually, Sarah, I want to get some feedback. How do you feel in the back of your calf? You can feel it, right?
Oh, yeah, I can feel it.
You can feel the stretch.
That's good. And I can feel it run from my calf up to my...
All the way up to your hip, right? The back, yes. And that's important to feel that if viewers at home, when you're stretching, when you're in this posture, if you do not feel the stretch in the back of your legs, you can take your legs even further back. That'll give you a little more intensity. I'm going to bring it a little forward. Maybe too far back is too much for me. Now, when you're ready, inhale, bring the left foot between the hands in Ashwa Sanchala. Ashwini is horse, Ashwa Sanchala, like a horse or equestrian. Uncurl your toes in the right foot and let's ease off. Now this particular posture, very nice. Sarah's taller than I am, so she needs to wiggle her feet a little forward and do that because that also helps us dip the hip. So you feel a deeper stretch in your quad muscles, the front of the upper right thigh. We've also got our elbows out to the side. That's another aspect that you want to remember when you're holding your postures. Keep your elbows out so that you don't actually fall into them. You want to actually move in and out of the postures gracefully, but you don't want to collapse into the postures. That's a word I was looking for. You don't want to collapse into the postures. Now, when you're ready, left knee is up. Inhale, the right arm up. We like to call this the Yogaxpress twist. Exhale, dip your right elbow over the left. Very nice exhale. Place your left palm on top of the right. Look up at the raised elbow and hold. Parsva Kona Namaskara. Sarah, you have an exam. The next time you come, you're going to repeat the postures.
Okay.
Parsva is intense. Kona is corner. Namaskara is prayer. Intense prayer twist. Now, in this posture, as we are holding, you would also feel a beautiful compacting of your obliques on the left side and a wonderful stretch of your obliques on the right side. Inhale. Let's come out of that. Place both palms beside your left foot. Curl your toes in the right. Lift your right knee off and take your left foot to meet the right in plank position. Plank or danda is not exactly my favorite. You need a lot of arm strength for this. But I understand that you can take a lot of the weight off of your palms by leaning back. So by leaning back, you're also adjusting your posture. Now, my heels... Say again?
I'm like, oh, that's why my legs always feel so heavy when I'm like this, because I'm
Right,
always pushing back.
Well, yeah, but it's good for you to push back because then you're not putting too much weight on your hands. So it's actually good, and you feel more of a stretch on the back of your legs too. Danda or plank, knees, chest and chin to the floor. I'm surprised I held it for almost 30 seconds today. I usually hate this particular one.
Getting better.
That's right, getting stronger. Exhale and dip. Inhale, let's come up into cobra. But I don't want to, before we lift our palms, I want to point out the posture where we had knees, chest, and chin to the ground, and we glided out into cobra. That particular posture before the cobra is called Ashtanga Namaskara. Ashtanga. Ashta is 8, Anga is limbs. So Ashtanga is 8 limbs that make contact with the floor. Yoga is all about gravity and getting your energy from the floor, from the ground, from Mother Earth, however you want to put it. And it's about recharging your body by connecting with the earth. So it's all about nature, all about naturally. You'll see a lot of yoga postures are named after animals and plants. Now we're going to press with our palms and with the tops of our legs. So Ashtanga Namaskara leads to Bhujanga or Cobra. Now once engage your low back, tighten your gluteals or your buttock muscles, and let's lift up. And then keep the top of your feet pressed nice and firm, and then take your palms off of the floor. Very gently, palms back on the floor. Curl your toes in, forehead to the ground. Inhale, let's come up nice and high. From Bhujanga Cobra, back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, press your heels down. This posture is also called Parvat in some schools, in many schools actually, many of the traditional ones. Keep exhaling. Inhale, bring your right foot and then the left between the hands. Padahasta. Press your palms together very gently. When Sarah and her beads are ready. I love those. I love that. Inhale, let's come up. Hasta Uttana. Exhale. Namaskarasana. And release. Now, this is one round. This is one side on the third round. Now, we still have the other side to do, so we need to take a leg back on the other side. Looks like we might have the titles coming up very soon. So before we do that, we'd like to finish our sun salutation. Palms in front of your chest. Inhale. Raise your arms up. So from Namaskara into Hasta Uttana. Exhale and fold into Padahasta. Take your right leg back this time, and then the left. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Exhale, dip your heels down, dip your head between your biceps, and breathe. Breathe through the belly. Inhale, bring the right foot between the hands this time. Ashva Sanchala. Place your left knee on the floor. Uncurl your toes in the left foot into Ashva Sanchala, or Ashwini is horse, equestrian. Right knee is up. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, dip your left elbow over the right. Place your right palm on top of the left. Look up at the raised elbow and hold. This particular posture is not part of the traditional sun salutation. We like to call it the Yogaxpress twist. Parsva Kona Namaskara, intense prayer twist. Inhale, let's come out of that. Place both hands beside the right foot. Curl your toes in the left. Lift your left knee off. Take your right to meet the left. Knees, chest, and chin. Exhale and dip. Ashtanga Namaskara into Bhujanga. From 8-limb salutation into Cobra. Press with the tops of your feet, engage your low back, lift your palms off of the floor. When you're ready, place your palms back on the floor, forehead to the ground, curl your toes in, inhale. Lift your buttocks all the way up. Exhale, press your heels down. Adho Mukha Svanasana to Padahasta. Bring the left foot and then the right between the hands. Palms together, inhale. Come up with a straight back. Exhale and release. Thank you, Carol and George. On behalf of Sarah Torres, this is Banu Suresh signing off, and you are watching Yoga Express. Sarah, let's go bar hop.